Why is... Oh, hold up. I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you. Hold up. Speak again? Yep, you're good. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, you're good whenever. All right. Hold up. All right. If you want an actual like countdown, I can give you one. I haven't unmuted you yet.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the streams. We got a great lineup for you tonight. We're starting off with Florida Tech JV Rocket League against BYU. This is playoffs for the NACE Star League, so it's going to be a long night. We're going to start it off with some Rocket League, followed by League of Legends and Valorant later in the night. But I'm going to hop right into it. Florida Tech, we've been chilling. We've had our ups and downs, but season has gone very well for us, and we've been able to make it to playoffs. I'm Speedy. I'll be your host tonight. Sadly, Grover and Daz couldn't make it, so I'm here to fill the boots. So
I'm also here. I'm Tony. I won't be speaking that much, but I am here. Yeah. Actually, our league game got there was an FF, so Florida Tech already took the W for that one. But we will have Valorant at 8:30.
Okay, all right, good to know. Good for a league. Where are we in the league right now, if you know off the top of your head?
I do not know.
Okay. That's fine. Tony doesn't know everything. He's just my goat. He just broadcasts literally everything. That's fine.
So we are waiting on DYU right now. Oh no, they're in. They're in.
Yep, they just joined.
Yep.
And this is playoffs, so round of 8. Looking pretty good here as we get set up for the first game. It will be a best of 7. Keep that in mind. So as we get set up here, we'll see what they have to offer. First kickoff's gonna come through. Florida Tech JV, I think they've been looking pretty good. Their team yesterday was a little weak, but I mean it was Sunday, you know, off day. What can you say? One day, that's a regular day for Florida Tech. We got this all day as Iron City slots out one right in the net with 4:45 on the clock. That's what I'm saying. It's like a Monday through Friday. Iron City just pops out one in the air, over their head, into the net. Done deal. So, our opponents tonight are DYU, and I'm looking for some aggression. I'm looking for some energetic, aggressive plays like that one. The FunionRing right there. Good pass comes out. X trying to clear it, not quite. And FunionRing's gonna try to keep possession with an open net right there. Just barely miss. See what Florida Tech can do. Got 4:24 on the clock. X slots that one in.
Hey, you said you wanted aggression. Florida Tech is showing some aggression. We haven't even been a minute in, and there's already 2 scores.
DYU is D'Yorville University.
Yes, it is.
I don't remember where they're from. I know they're from the Northeast. I'm not exactly sure where they're from, but I'm sure they're a good college. Northeast.
I can look it up right now.
Crazy up
Buffalo,
there.
New York.
Oh, Buffalo? Yeah. They're cracked. They're probably cracked. But are they cracked in Rocket League? We're gonna find out. Florida Tech up 2. 4 minutes on the clock. Looks like D'Yorville is putting up a good front right now. Holding possession. Pretty solid. Pretty solid here. It just looks like they're making some weak touches. I'd love to see some more hard shots towards the net to really frazzle Florida Tech to see how we handle on defense. But overall, it's game 1, first game jitters. You gotta get them out. everyone's going to typically play a little bit more reserved on the first game just to try to feel out their opponent. And I think that's what Diorville is trying to do right now. Florida Tech gets possession. Iron City's going to try to keep that one mid, keep the ball in our favor. That's Halo. That's it near the backboard. Big clear comes out from FunionRing. Bad miss comes out from FunionRing. Iron tries to save this ball, going in the net. John gets a good shot. FunionRing with the backflips again. Slight double commit there, but it's all good. Florida Tech, they're panicking a little, but they're getting the clears they need. Halo seems to be spearheading the operation here. So far, with the 2 minutes we've played, he's been all over the ball. Seems like Halo trying to get it out to MD, see if he can get a quick slot in. Not quite. As Florida Tech gets the ball back. Yorville get it in front of their net. Not quite what we're looking for there. Big demo comes out. Johnny Blitz with the goal right there. So Diorville got the offense. They got it over one. Got a good clear to the back wall right there. Came down. No one was there in Florida Tech's half, and Diorville just got a nice goal right there. That's the aggression I was talking about. Diorville have started to feel out their opponent a little, and they're coming for us, I will say. That was pretty good.
This is the playoffs, so there's a little stress factor now.
Yeah, as I said before, it is also a best of 7. That kind of changes the way you'd want to play a series. Typically with the best of 5, you know, you have 3 chances to close it out. Now with the extra chance, it's a whole different ballgame, mentally speaking. As Florida Tech have possession, X trying to slot that one in, gets a pass low, FD's there to save it. Iron City's gonna keep this in their half. Johnny Blitz is gonna get possession, see what he can do with it. He's going up high for it, just a little air dribble, nothing crazy. As we roll it back to Florida Tech's half. Halo, looking for the bumps. X gets it over one, kicks him out. Johnny sees it coming, gets a shot, back net. Iron just barely there for the save. MD looking for a 50. Trying to keep it in Florida Tech's half. Not quite gonna happen. X looking for it here. He's playing slow, trying to find an opening. Iron may have found one right there. Bottom right. So X is just feeling out his opponents here. He knows he has at least 50 the ball when there are 2 opponents in front of it. And he gets a clear. Iron's there for the pass. Slot, right side. Should be an interesting series, I will say. Should be very interesting. MD is going to get possession of this. As Diorville gets possession. Couple of whiffs, couple of misplays. Florida Tech had a huge open net there. They decided to get on for the pass instead. Iron, going high, looking for a double. Rolls to the left side. When you're looking to keep it over there. Not quite gonna happen. As we transition back over. As the end of the first game, just drawing near. I think it should note Florida Tech has some good aggression. Diorville, they definitely have potential to take this one. They were looking, you know, they had some shines of greatness in there. A little bit of spotlight, but I think they're gonna need to get some more possession in order to take us down. As we come down to the end of regulation, 1, and they're gonna try for it. Maybe get some forward momentum going in the next game. Not quite gonna happen. Tony, thoughts on that game? If you got any?
Not really. Florida Tech was able to come out the gate with 2 points basically. Which it made DYU kind of like scared, you know what I mean? Kind of afraid to keep going with that. I mean, like you just said earlier, since it's a best of 7, it's now really who can keep their mental on a positive note. Because it's so much longer than a normal game, you know what I mean? So Florida,
Yeah.
I would like to see some more control from Florida Tech, really. DYU kind of had control of the ball a lot of the time, and at a DYU, I don't know, maybe just more goals in general because they did have control of the ball, but they didn't really use anything with it.
Yeah, they were like kind of clearing it out really quick in like a panicked manner. I hear you there. So as we go into game 2, let's see if DYU can clean up some of their mistakes from the first game. As that one goes in off rip. This is kind
You
of
might
the
be saying
exact
the exact opposite of what
Yeah.
happened last game.
FunionRing gets a bad clear off the wall right there, and they just take advantage of that. I think Johnny scored that. Yep. Johnny just takes advantage of that, slots it in net, and we just weren't able to save that. XVenture looking very aggressive after that first ball. After that first goal goes in. FunionRing looking at the miss right there as Halo takes it down the field, up the back wall. Iron looking for a clear out. At this point in the game, it's just a matter of feeling each other out still. As Florida Tech is very panicked right here. I don't know why.
This is the exact same. This is the exact same thing so far. We're not even a minute into the game yet, and 2 points have already went down on the board.
Yeah, this is the exact opposite of last game, I would say. Last game, we saw DYU in basically the same state Florida Tech's in right now, so you gotta wonder if Florida Tech's already starting to crumble under the pressure of a best of 7. As Iron gets it up, can't get it mid. FunionRing trying to. Exit, it's a soft clear, just wide of the post. It's DYU try to take it back down the field. And they get it over. FunionRing, another miss. Let's watch this one back. So half just gets a good clear out. X and Funnion are right in front of each other, and Funnion just gets a whiff. So my guess what happened there was a double commit call, and they just both tried to go for it, and X backed out last second.
Definitely.
Had the better shot.
I think Funyun's Funnion also was gonna back out. You know what I mean? Like they were both. I think Funnion was kind of lead with it. They both
called
were.
each other
Didn't
off.
know. Yeah.
Both called each other off, and then they saw nobody was there, and it was just bad. Off the reset. DYU up 3 right now. FunionRing gonna try to take this up the wall. Hopefully get a goal here. Not gonna happen. Iron takes possession. See what he can do with it. Gets a flip reset. Funnion. Over to backboard. Actually trying to save that ball in case somebody's there. Iron's with it. That's the clear. On the other side of the pitch. And backed out. So something to note here, Florida Tech still looks pretty frazzled, but DYU, they seem to have it figured out right now. They're running a confident high. Everyone's basically where they should be. There's still some misplays coming out, I'm sure. You know, just some bad 50s maybe, but right here, I should have slotted that one in. That was a big misplay from DYU, but Florida Tech can capitalize it. So goal line remains unchanged. 3-0, DYU. So we get into the midfield. Johnny looking for that pass. Just not quite there. This MD takes it down. Gets a bad shot at the ball. Instead of hitting the ball, hits the wall. Funnion just tries to clear that one. X gets a clear there. Looking pretty good. MD is still there, trying to put on pressure. Iron gets it past one. Funnion was there for the pass, not quite. Gets it off. Past the last defender, but it's just wide. So it's going to go left side, up the wall. MD is probably going to get possession. Try to bring it out mid for a pass. Johnny's going to pick that one up. Gets it mid for a clear. X is there. what can he do with it? Gets it over 1. 50's it into the second. Last defender's back. Funyun's there to counter. Iron slots it high. So this entire play, Florida Tech got some good pressure. They were able to play on DYU here. Ultimately allowed them a goal scoring opportunity. Florida Tech 1-3 to DYU right now. Game 2. As we get kickoff, it's gonna go up. No, goes low. Actually looking for a double here. Ooh, ghost hit comes in. Empty. Clean shot. 4-1. So if you don't know what a ghost hit is, basically it's when you hit the ball, but the server doesn't actually register the hit, from my understanding. So you can see that X had hit the ball there, and you saw the ball move like an inch. That's basically a ghost hit. And because that didn't go in, BYU were able to capitalize that and get downfield. We're able to score again. So BYU in a great position right now to take the series. They have a lot of momentum going into the next game.
This might be where, like you said, because it's a seven game series, a best of 7, you might have to like have a reset here, like a mental reset for Florida Tech. You know what I mean? Because they can give one game. It's okay. As long as they have to go into the next game just as strong as they did the first game.
I mean, they have 2 games to give before they have to, really come back.
Yeah.
Typically in the pro scene, like RLCS, normally once you're down 2, that's when you take your break. And if you're feeling really confident, you take your break in game 3 for a mental reset. Just sit down, talk, reevaluate your objectives. XVenture tries to get that one wide as we come down to the end of regulation here. BYU's gonna take that one 4-1. Zach's just looking for something to take in the next game. All right. So something to notice from DYU compared to Florida Tech is the shot ratio, the actual goal ratio. So for Florida Tech side, 3 shots, 2 shots, 3 shots, only 1 goal. It's not the greatest differential in the world. There were some major whiffs and just bad plays that just didn't allow for Florida Tech to capitalize.
It's almost like DYU heard me say before the game that like I needed to see more shots into the net, and they like capitalized. They knew what I said.
Yeah, they're just stream sniping us. They just like to stream snipe us,
So I'm gonna say this time that I need to see more shots out of Florida Tech.
I mean, their shots, we had shots.
Oh yeah, there was definitely times where it was open or.
Yeah, we just were not there to capitalize.
Yeah. And honestly, that's what matters, if you're able to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes.
As we go into game 3 here. Let's hope Florida Tech had a nice mental reset. Iron? Maybe? Just wide? Funyun? Not quite. Well, we got another 5 seconds. And hey guys, look. It's been 15 seconds and no goal has been scored. That means
this is
game 3.
Different.
Yeah, game 3 changed the script, guys. No goals in the first minute. Wait, I may have spoke too soon. Okay, we're good. My bad, guys. My bad. I didn't want to jinx it. So it looks like DYU are able to take possession right now. They're in Florida Tech's half. Just holding pressure on our side. Trying to get players out of position, awkward, anything they can do to create an opening to get that ball in the net. Had XVenture gotten the mid boost right there would have probably been a shot opportunity, as Iron goes for a demo here. Nobody is there. 2 demos come out, 1 defender back. They're able to get the save as both respawn right side. So this is something new we're seeing out of Florida Tech. Demos are coming into play now. Demos are the best way to create an opening. Iron, he's just like going off right now on demos. So if we keep this up, good shot opportunities should be able to come out. Good possession should be held, and ultimately a goal should be able to get scored.
I've always said I like demos a lot, but Florida Tech doesn't really do demos that much because I do understand that like you do have to go after somebody for a set amount of time in order to get that demo out. But I always feel like to get a good demo on somebody literally means that you could have like the goals wide open because that gets somebody out of the game.
It's like a risk versus reward situation, as that is a major save. I personally thought that one was in myself.
True.
Come just wide off the post. But like we were talking about the demos, as we see if we can get a goal here. Iron City gets that one. No demos were on the field for that. It was just an XVenture flick outplay. Just a beautiful flick to the post. And Iron just able to bang that one in. So we finally have a goal on the board. 1-0. Florida Tech to BYU. But like we were talking about with the demos, it's a very risk versus reward, because in order to create an opportunity, you basically have to create an opportunity for them, right? So coming out of position, not getting back in rotation quick enough for a demo, it's a two-way street, you know?
Oh, definitely is.
So for those reasons, I can see why Florida Tech, at least JV, I don't keep up with varsity all the time. But from what I know, they don't demo that crazy either. But demos, they're like an X factor.
We're definitely seeing a lot of demos.
Right now,
game
yeah.
3, we've seen a lot more demos. I don't recall a single demo in game 1. I don't remember one. There could have been one.
Nah, I think you're right. I don't remember seeing one either. As BYU take this one to Florida Tech's half. FunionRing miss leads to an XVenture clear potentially. Double fake comes out. FunionRing able to getting it to their half. That was clear for a moment from what we could tell. That's empty. Booms it back down. Trying to keep it on their half. Iron gets a clear. Half show there for it. And it's just both teams trying to feel each other out again. Johnny able to slot that one in. So XVenture a little awkward here. He's able to get the save. It's a bad save, leaving half show for the opportunity to get the ball out to his teammate, and his teammate is able to make a slot left side, threading the needle. As we go again, XVenture is gonna have this ball. That's a double right there. Iron looking for a clear. X gets it a little high. It's in BYU's right half. See what they can do with it. Half's gonna get it out to MD. MD not high enough to clear it. So it stays in their half. Potential scoring opportunity might be inbound for either side. Very dangerous the way both teams are rotating right now. Back down to Florida Tech's half. Bad touch comes out. XVenture narrowly saves that one as he gets possession. Going for another fake, maybe. They're ready for it. BYU's ready for that one. Now it's a matter of clear. 40 seconds on the clock. This one might be going to overtime unless this goes in, which it does not. Iron looking for a shot. One defender there. Ooh, scary clear comes out. Florida Tech's banging on their door. Funnion a little high for that redirect into the net. Demo comes out. Nobody's there for Florida Tech. XVenture barely misses. FunionRing's able to score. 8 seconds on the clock. So Florida Tech, which is putting massive pressure on BYU, making them awkward and whatnot. Demo comes out from Iron. X is able to get the ball to mid, and Funion's there to slot that one in with 8 seconds on the clock.
And this is exactly what I'm saying. That Iron City demo actually removed one person from the play. And so then, like, when he respawned, he didn't even have enough time to even help. It was actually a 2v3 right there.
Yep, and with the amount of time that was on the clock, it was probably the perfect opportunity Because Florida Tech already had them somewhat awkward. So making use of a demo when someone's awkward, that almost guarantees a scoring opportunity. So going into game 4, Florida Tech have the advantage right now. I think they got their confidence back after that. They were a little shaky at the start, but I think they're feeling it out. And I think that's good. See at
Normally, I would say one of
BYU.
the famous Speedy pep talks would have helped them, but they have their coach in
Nah.
there right now, right?
Yeah, Coach Good's in the chat right now. That's why I'm not there. Although if I had to go, you'd be able to hold down the fort, right?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know? What do you
I
mean
don't
you
know.
don't know?
I might not be able to.
What? Nah. Nah, come on, chat. Hype them up. Hype them up.
I don't have that finesse.
Nah, they're calling you the Oracle though. So like clearly you know something that I don't. Going into game 4.
I don't know how to control my abilities yet. Who knows?
So you just can't like you can't
Yeah.
just
It's like random.
you can't just like see the vision whenever you feel like it.
Nah, it's like random.
I feel that. As we start in game 4. Halo. It's a massive clear. It's Florida Tech's half. Siren tries to get possession of this. Gets it past 1. Empty looking for it. He does
Iron
get a
City
clear.
with these demos. I feel like he's been demoing the most.
Oh, he definitely has. And a lot of them have really made BYU awkward, which have allowed for a good chance to score. It's just a matter of following up. As Iron's going to follow up on this one. No demos
shot
needed.
from downtown.
Plenty
Or like
gets that
midtown.
clear. Yeah, I mean they shoot that one out from their own goal, and Iron just follows that one all the way home. As we reset, 4:22 on the clock. Florida Tech up 1-0. Score is currently 2-1. Florida Tech, BYU in the overall.
Look at this ball control from X. Oh my gosh.
And
that air
this
control?
is just extra in the clip. Let's be real.
I think he hit it too.
Dribble. Oh, he did. Yeah, that was a clip for sure. That was a beautiful air dribble, I won't lie. I mean, he just took it from the wall, overall 3. They were kind of stun locked, not sure what to do.
I wouldn't know what to do either. You saw that? That was majestic.
Bundy looking for a piece of this action, gets it on net. Iron looking for a flip reset. Gets it out to X. 850. BYU really need to come back strong right now. They have 4 minutes to get themselves situated.
It also looks like BYU was 100% focused on defense right now. Just a second ago, they had 3 people in the net waiting.
Yeah, and that tells you how scared they are of Florida Tech's aerial offense. I think the aerial offense that we had with those first 2 goals really made them scared. Put them in a fight or flight response. And they're slowly coming out of it now. Get the ball in the Florida Tech's half. Let's see if they're ready for it. X going for it again. Another majestic air dribble. Johnny's there to block that one. Bundy trying to go low with it. Gets it out to Iron, who's last back. Iron looking for the shot. Half there for it. This half gets clear to X. Empty. Gonna try to take a crack. And Johnny just not there. So we see half take it. He can't get to 50. MD is a little awkward for that ball, and Johnny trying to rotate back into third, and that just allows X to slot it into the net, essentially. As we go again, 3 minutes on the clock. 3-0 in Florida Tech's favor. It's going to roll up the left side towards mid. Iron looking for a piece of it. It's a Funyon. X not quite there. Still able to hit it. BYU panicking a little. Empty. Hits that one high. Trying to clear it. It's a Halo. Johnny able to 50 that with Iron to get it to Florida Tech's back wall. Now X looking for a slow play. not quite gonna come out. We see DYU starting to pick up the aggression here. Florida Tech doesn't really look shaken. Iron low on boost, trying to get as many 50s and fakes as he can until he can get a teammate to help him out. Lucky was able to come in right there. Bad pop from X. Iron barely able to clear that one. But nonetheless, Florida Tech looked very controlled in this game 4. DYU? They're figuring it out. They don't look as panicked and frantic anymore. They're looking good. Johnny, looking for something. MD looking for something. Johnny was able to get a pass out. Funion getting a piece of the goal line now. So Johnny is able to get this one out. Just not quite able to get it to MD. And Funion's just there to slot it. No one's home. After Joe pushed up too far in the midline. Net wide open for Florida Tech. 4-0, 120 on the clock. X. Looking for it. Backboard. And just like that, BYU is back on their heels again. As that one goes just wide by Iron. X gonna take possession of that, stick this to the wall. Gonna try to get a clear out to a teammate. Funion's there for it. Funion can't quite hit that one. Iron's able to get it. Half looking for something crazy here. Not a lot of boost to do it with. Just wide. Johnny able to clear that. Iron's there for it. Florida Tech have created a defensive wall around BYU's half. Making it very hard to break out. But this one right here, very close from half of Joe. Halo. And they're getting desperate. They're looking for something here. X missing that one. Starting to come in. 10 seconds on the clock. As we come down to the end of regulation here for game 4, Florida Tech is going to take this one massively. 4-0, Florida Tech in game 4. So we are now on match point.
Like I said at the end of the last game, I said some shots need to be hit from Florida Tech. They hit some shots.
They did hit them. You were not lying. See, I told you. I told you, dude. I told you you're an oracle. What did I say? I told you.
Who knows? I might actually be.
You are
him.
We'll
see what happens. We'll see. We'll see what happens next game. DYU might. They are. If I was DYU, I would be stressing right now because Florida Tech. They need one more, right?
They need one more, but that's the thing.
They need one more.
The pressure's on Florida Tech right now to close it out. So right now, DYU, I mean, at this point, they can do what, they can literally do whatever they want at this point. Because it's up to us to beat them out.
Yeah, but Florida Tech do have the momentum. So who knows? Maybe they do, something like the first 2 games could happen.
They do have the momentum. And it's good that they do, because that momentum is always better going into the last game. But it's also a double-edged sword. Because you have too much momentum. Oh.
That was an accident. That did not happen.
Uh-oh. There's no outside help allowed in this battle.
That did not happen.
Even if we're up 3-1.
And they do not want me anyway.
Regulation would not call for what's that account? Wood 2?
I don't even know.
Nah, they don't got wood. They don't got wood in Rocket League. I'm just joking with y'all. Lowest rank we got in Rocket League is bronze. Going into game 5 here, I don't think you're gonna find any bronzes on the pitch.
They would have to make a new rank for me.
Johnny gets that one just wide of the goal. MD looking for it. Almost gets it over Iron there. As we watch this one, Tony, what if you asked Psyonix to make a rank for you and they would make one, what would you have to call the rank?
For me?
Yeah, your
just
own
make my
personal
own
rank.
Just like have it be my name. Be
Your
at the very
name?
bottom. Yeah.
Wow.
Make it like grass.
How would people get in your rank?
No, you can't. It's like only.
Oh, you can't? Exclusive club for one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
But the thing is, you don't want to be there either.
Sounds like a date gone wrong. But
no, for real though, make it like dirt.
Make it what? Dirt?
Dirt. Yeah, that's the name.
No.
That's the name of the ring.
Well, regardless, the date here is going pretty good between Florida Tech and BYU. In Game 5, no score on the board with 3:20 on the clock. This is match point for Florida Tech. It is 3-1. FunionRing tries to get the ball here. Gets into the back wall. Actually able to get it mid. But with two that far back, Iron knows not to push up too far. Tech's looking for it again. Massive power off that flip reset as Funyon shoots that one wide. Halo trying to get possession of it now. Envy trying to clear it out. Back to Halo. Who's popping up for this one? It's Funyon. And X. X sets it wide again. Iron waiting for the clear. Rule 1 happened.
There was some weird things going on with Iron City and was it Johnny?
I don't know, but Iron now. Rule 1 right there. Johnny missing that one. Maybe
yeah, it was Rule 1. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. In the past, we've seen Iron keep that Rule 1. It's not always the greatest call in the world to keep it, so I respect him for breaking it, even though it's the most disrespectful rule to break. But we don't care about rules, except the TO's rules. We care about those. But this game is pretty stagnant right now. Both sides seem to have each other fueled out right now.
I think this is the longest time in a game we've this is the longest time since we've seen a score.
Yeah, for sure. We're at 136 and no goals been scored yet. In this series, that's like unheard of. Iron taking up the wall. Can he get crazy with it? Let's see what he can do. A little air dribble. Just trying to get an air dribble in. He gets the demo on one and the bump on another. With Funyon. Can he penetrate there? As it goes out to X and back to Funyon. BYU got a clear. It's Iron once again. Gets it over. Clear comes out from BYU. Iron's able to get a nasty little hook shot over the top of the net to bounce down. So MD can't save it. We finally got one on the board with 1 minute left. Florida Tech at match point. X gets it over.
Oh my gosh.
own goaling. And I think BYU is broken down right now. They have 55 seconds on the clock. It's definitely doable to make a comeback, but you can tell with the defense right there, BYU is panicking.
Oh yeah, that own goal shows that BYU is stressing out a lot.
And on top of it, it wasn't just MD hitting that, it was also their second defender, if I remember seeing it right, it was Johnny. Johnny was also right, like where MD needed to be. And both of them were just panicked on the goal line. Probably a missed call came out. Yep, Joe, not even, I don't know what that rotation was. But it's definitely awkward. Good for Florida Tech, not good for BYU. 20 seconds on the clock. BYU need 2 on the board in order to keep this one alive and keep their playoff season going. Johnny gets a shot on net. Halo gets it in. 12 seconds on the clock. This is doable.
It's doable. I've seen it. I have not seen it.
So Johnny able to shoot that one just high in net. X actually gets the save on it, and it rolls back down for Halo to slot left side. Wow, Funyun's awkward right there. 10 seconds on the clock. Again, it's up to 4 to second, close this one out. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna keep it alive. You need to keep this alive and get it in the net in order to keep it going. Pops high. X, you're trying to close it. That's it.
And there it is.
There it is. Forward attack, close this one out. Oh my. UIU, leave them out saying GG's. We close it out. Forward attack is moving on. Forward attack, Rocket League JV, moving on to playoffs. We beat Diorville University out of Buffalo, New York, you said? New York?
Yes. Buffalo,
Yep.
New York.
Good stuff. Good stuff. As I wrap up scores for you guys. We had a very eventful series. It went 5 games. Forward attack 4-1 DYU. And we will be moving on to the round 4 in NACE playoffs. Tony, if you can update everyone with the schedule for tonight, maybe the rest of the week. I'm probably going to sign off and go talk to the Blizz.
Okay, we'll see you, Speedy.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Take care.
So later tonight at 8:30, we have a Varsity Valor. I'll see you there versus Rollins College for NECC Week 3. We were supposed to have a League of Legends game at 8, but Rutgers FF'd, so Florida Tech takes the W for that. I guess see you at 8:30. I will be streaming it, but we will have 2 casters casting. And we'll see you there. Hope y'all have a nice night. If you're gone, but if you're staying, see you there.